Alright, this is it then. Live from England, from sunny England, even though it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. How do you know if anyone's even watching? Because you just spend all your time trying to be funny, tell jokes, little innuendos, little stories and things, and, you know, waste all that energy. No one's watching. How would you know? How many people? Surely there's a little thing that says how many bands are watching, how many people are watching, or how many people out of bands are watching. No, I can't see any. What does that do? Little arrow there that green screen, create highlight, and ding ding bing bang. No. Okay, presumably this is recording. You can look this back. All right, yeah, look up there. Okay. Hello, I'm Patrick Lynch of the Free Truth Show, and I'm just chilling, wondering how this works. Always wanted to try this out, and thought I'd give it a go. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's definitely me. Okay. Lovely. Right. Well, I need to find the button. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our company guidelines. Oh yes, which I memorized just before I started. Not smoking. Not allowed to smoke in here. Right, so that's video. So none of that tells you if anyone's watching or not. So how do you know? Oh, hang on a minute. What's that? A little man there with a 0 next to it. Does that mean? Aha. Okay, can you share this link? What's that do? Oh my goodness me. Wow. Okay. Damn. Okay, right. I see. Right. Okay. Yeah. Glasses. Oh well. Let's see now. Dun 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 dun. Can I open the glasses with one hand? Yes. There we go. That doesn't sound right, does it? Okay. Glasses. Okay, they're going on. Not really tried these out. Ah, that's better. I'll read it now. YOLO Swaggins. Aha! Yes, I am, mate. I can see you now. Hey, nice one. Can you? Oh, that's mad. Gosh, like the old days, isn't it? Damn. Would you like Big Burr? Hey, hello, Big Burr. How you doing? Well, there's 7 people watching. Are you kidding me? I'm only testing this out. Hello, everybody. I think that means if this... Oh, there's 5 people. There we go. Oh, dear. Well, 5's more than I expected. I'm just checking out this live thing. I've never done this before. I'm just checking out what all the buttons do and stuff. That means there's 5 people watching. Yeah. Just, yeah. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for being an arsehole to you years ago. Yeah. No, I don't remember that. No, you're right, man. Cool. Yeah. You're always an asshole. What are you apologising now for? I'm only kidding, man. Nice to hear from you. Would you like to lead the Saxon army, Admiral Free Truth? Well, Admiral. Well, Lynch does mean, my last name does mean mariner in ancient Irish, O'Loinche. So, sailor, mariner. Admiral Lynch. Well, I quite like the sound of that. Yes. Right. Well, I did have an idea to solve this immigration problem. Just rent a field like Bosworth or somewhere. And anybody who wants to turn up for a big scrap and fight like the old days, like medieval times, get all over and done with. And all the twats who want to, all the skinhead twats can have a go as well, and they can all just slaughter themselves like the old days. Obviously we'll check for no guns allowed. It's got to be medieval. Scimitars, they're acceptable. But just clubs, bats, and things. Just have a big scrap and get over with, isn't it? Live stream it on Facebook or something, can you? That book. So probably get a knock on the door in a minute. HP. You want to lead the Saxon army? Big Bear says. Thought it was Robert De Niro for a second. Well, that twat. I don't watch Robert De Niro anymore. I'm not interested. Bit of a twat, wasn't he? He was rather rude about Trump. I remember that. So he showed his true colours there, didn't he? Yeah. I cut my ponytail off a couple of nights ago. So it was bugging me because every time I was watching the telly, sitting there like that, I had to drag it to one side. So the ponytail's gone. Yeah. I see what you mean. De Niro. Oh dear. Oh well. Used to be Russell Crowe, but must be getting on a bit now. So how's it going, Bilbo Swaggins? Are you still up in that big northern place where the Romans wouldn't go? I don't know if you can hear me or not. Give us a shout. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Because I did a little test video a minute ago. I haven't played it back yet. I'm not sure I can. But let me know if you can. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm kind of living in a hotel, really. My girlfriend died. I was living with her for about 8 years. She passed away with lung cancer, stroke, chronic alcoholism. Yeah, it's more the alcohol, really. And so I lost possession of the cat as well, Paddy, and found myself without a place to live for a while. So I stayed with friends, and I was even in a tent for a couple of weeks. So the local council very generously pay for my hotel now. But am I a migrant? I'm Irish, so yeah, long-term migrant. So I'm in a hotel as a long-term migrant. There we go. So it's just until I get somewhere bigger, and yeah. So that's what's been happening with me. Oh no. Oh, you can hear me, Greg. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. My girlfriend died of a drug overdose a few years ago. Oh, that's very sad, man. That must have been a bad time for you. Yeah, a lot of people are addicts these days. More than when I was raving in the 90s. No, you can't. No, you can't. Yeah, you can warn them. I mean, my girlfriend Jane, she became increasingly dependent on alcohol, and it just took over her life, and that was it. But so many people I meet are on crack, or people aren't in heroin. I mean, what's wrong with heroin? Why don't people do that anymore? Is it not cool? Everyone's on crack or alcohol. I mean, literally, nearly every new woman that I meet that I'm trying to arrange a date with or something, even if they do turn up for the date, which is not very often, they're alcoholics, And some of them don't even know they are. And you daren't say, like, just, yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, crack, yeah. He says, yeah, those wagons, no, no, loads of people who died in the last few years taking that shite. Hmm. Yeah, what alcohol? I mean, yeah, a friend of mine, his kidney failed after years of, I think, crack abuse and just drugs abuse in general. Wasn't really a friend. I used to know him from the raves in the 90s, Lance. And I think he became very addicted, you know. And eventually your kidneys just sort of give up, or something gives up, I think it's the kidneys. Yeah. But he was stabbed in the back in an off license. That didn't go well, you know. And the shopkeeper said he was bleeding all over the floor. He'd been stabbed in the back. Some sort of crack dispute with some guy's mum or something. And he walked home. And his friend phoned the ambulance. He survived that. And then, yeah, no bleeding here. Get out of shop. My shop, get out. You're making mess or something. He didn't phone the ambulance or say, oh my God, this is terrible. We've got an emergency here. You'll be all right, mate. Okay, everything's going to be okay. Just keep breathing, keep your eyes open. No, get out of my shop. You know, I had to walk home. Probably didn't have a phone on him or something. Poor dear old Lance. He was a good lad, nice fella. Just, afflicted, you know. Oasis fan dies in gig plunge. Oh man, that's all they need, isn't it? Oh, the poor family. Oasis fan dies in gig plunge. What does a gig plunge mean? What, he fell off the stand or something? Gig plunge. Damn. Horror at Wembley. Oh my God, wow. Health and safety gone. Yeah, Lance is an old friend of mine. Somebody that I knew from the raving days anyway, he'd be at every party and fell on a plunger. Oh God, that's so dark. I see you still got your dark sense of humour there, Bilbo. Yeah. Yeah, Lance. Yeah, good lad, old raver, kidney failure, passed away. But so many people you meet. I was talking to a 27-year-old girl the other day, and she'd just come from Southampton or something. And she was in the food line. And she couldn't leave her stuff to go back and get another coffee, so I went back and got another coffee for her. And she was on crack, and she did escorting in the evening, escorting people around, you know what I mean? And she's only 27, but she had mental problems, so she couldn't stay a lot of places. So she got thrown out of places, and she got mental problems, and you're a crack addict. Oh yeah, I might have. Yeah. Which one's the mute button? No, the mute button. No, that was mute off and on. I haven't touched that. Oh, I know. I think I put my. Yeah, I think I put my hand over the mic. That happens a lot. I think it comes out the same hole as the sound. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I must stop doing that. Yeah. Yeah. So this is me. So there you go. Cool. I've got two other people there. Hello there. How are you? Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Oh, I saw an Eminem tribute act the other night. And it was at the Pool Harbour Festival. Pool Harbour Festival. Pool Harbour's like the big harbour and pool next to Bournemouth. And there was Eminem tribute. And the weird thing was, yeah, I've never really been into Eminem. I always thought he was a bit of a dick. I've only just discovered how fucking amazing he is. I'm only like 20 years behind. I'm a hip hop MC. I was a hip hop MC. I still do some on the open mic, you know. And everybody in the audience, nearly everyone I was looking at, and there was about, there must have been 1,000 people in this dance tent. They all knew the words. They were all mouthing the words all the way through to most of the songs. I was like, what the fuck? You know? And they all seem to be in time. So, you know, there's about 1,000, about 500, like, you know, technically, badass rappers. Badass rappers. Badass MCs. I was quite surprised at that. But yeah, he was good. He was good. I don't know what they called him. And they had a Queen tribute band as well. They were very good. Because they sounded exactly like, or very like Queen. Didn't look like them very much, but that doesn't matter. But the sound. So I've actually heard that sound. Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff. The guy was playing the piano and singing like Freddie Mercury. That was really good. There was Nirvana tribute bands. There was UB40, the actual band, were playing on the Sunday. But I didn't go and see them. Would have been a laugh. But you know, it would have been just like red wine, cowl, and because Ali Campbell, the lead singer of UB40, he lives about 6 miles up the road from Christchurch. He lives there. He's often in the pub sitting in there, you know. Yeah, the hotel, it's very quiet at night and busy in the day, especially the weekend. Obviously I've got to go out for a cigarette. The landlady's very nice, and the owners are very nice, and good people, and it's comfortable, and it's warm, and I've got a telly, and a bed, and a shower room, and toilet, and sink, and enough room for my bike, and I can see the trees out the window behind me. Right. Oh, it's gone really low. Oh, yeah, because it's a bit further away from me, that's why. Yeah, at the moment, I'm having a pink gin with lemonade. That's what I'm doing. But it's classic. Yeah, pink gin and lemonade, there we go. Mr. Liverpool. Ha ha. Classy, eh? Pink gin and lemonade, old chap. In a Liverpool mug. It's like Mr. Men mug, you know, Mr. Liverpool. Yeah. So I presume you're still in that land north of the Hadrian's Wall, the ones where the Romans didn't want to go. Turning into a scouser. Not much fucking fear of that, mate. Not much fucking fear of that, mate. You're fucking joking, aren't you? I'm not fucking turning into a fucking scouser, mate. You're fucking joking, aren't you, mate? Oh, hey. Yeah, pink gin and lemonade. Glasgow. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, actually, Jane was a big Rangers fan. The girl I was living with, you know. She was like, well, yeah, 5 years older than me. But she was a lifelong Rangers fan. And she went up to not Hamden Park, uh, the Rangers ground, Mountjoy or something. Mountjoy. She went to the Rangers ground. Yeah, that's the one, Ibrox. It's funny how quickly you forget. Oh, man, yeah. Are you a Rangers fan? No, I bet you're Celtic, mate. I bet you're fucking Celtic. I bet you any money, mate. 100% guaranteed. I bet you are Celtic. Yeah, of course. Us Catholics got to stick together, you know. Doing away with us, you know. Doing away with us now, so we got to stick together. Along with everybody else, along with 90% of the population of the planet, of course, but still. Can't help but take that personally, you know, depopulation. What have I ever done them? What have I ever done to the bankers? You know? Do I look like the sort of person that, you know? Do I look like the sort of person, you know me, who would upset the establishment? See what's going on in Ireland recently? This is getting as bad as the UK in some parts. Damn, yeah, I know. You should see Southend Beach. Oh, it's like Mogadishu. I've got an issue with Mogadishu. Yeah, Ireland's... Yeah, it's completely out of control, really. I seen some guy stabbing the cops the other day and shouting "Allahu Akbar." Just ran up behind a cop and stabbed him. So they got him anyway. Yeah, it's pretty out of order. It's pretty bad up there. Yeah. Yeah, you seen that? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it was on the telly or not. On the real telly. Donald Trump versus Vladimir Putin. Putin? Yeah. Doesn't strike me as someone who was put in. Seems to be very much his own man. My little joke there. Yeah, I seen a few Glaswegians, I think it was, marching along the streets the other day. We want our country back or something, you know. Well, not that you've ever had it, but, you know, they want it back. What's left of it. Yeah, I think there was a big march in Glasgow, I think. Yeah, must have been Glasgow. Yeah, there was something here the other day. Some hotel, there was people outside just filming and stuff and yelling obscenities at each other. You know, I was in Bournemouth Gardens the other day, and I posted it on my X account, on X-Twitter account, X account. And if you looked up on X, knife arrest, Bournemouth Gardens, 31st of July. That video will come up, and I was just sitting there on the bench, you know, having a cigarette in the Bournemouth Gardens, you know. And, you know, it's a nice place to walk. People walk with families and stuff and sit on the grass and play football and things. Nice little river run. It's a nice place. But these two cops, they were trying to get this guy to drop this knife. You know, he had like a box cutter knife, like you open fucking cardboard boxes with, you know, parcels or whatever. And he did. He was about 22, young lad, quite tall, skinny. And he dropped the knife, and he was quite submissive and put his hands up, and when they were in the middle of putting the cuffs on him, and this cop just arrived from off camera and just went bosh, jumped over the fence, smashed him in the face with the taser gun. He's got the taser gun. It wasn't a textbook arrest, you know. But he's got the taser gun in his hand, and he smashes him in the face with it. And all his face was all bleeding here and stuff, you know. And then he sat on him. But, you know, I mean, It was a bit of a brutal, unnecessary arrest, but I have no sympathy for him. He's pissing around with a knife in the middle of the day, 4 o'clock, you know. Fuck him. And, oh, you got a big storm coming tomorrow morning. Oh, yes, mate. Oh, you got a big storm coming tomorrow, boy. Damn. Storm Flores. So you got that to look forward to from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. Fucking hell. Better batten down your hatches, mate. Batten down your hatches. I have been live for 39 minutes and 35 seconds. Yeah, so, and they flattened this guy anyway. And he threw down the knife and they just punched him in the face with a taser and flattened him. But, yeah, there's been a killing down here on the beach. A couple of lesbian women. One was stabbed and killed and the other was stabbed. Very young, about 30 or something. They didn't say whether it was related to this or that or whatever, you know, but he did have a kind of Muslim sounding name. And another lad, there's 2 young lads in separate incidents that were killed and murdered here. One was an Afghan guy who'd been deported from Holland, I think it was, like 4 times. So yeah, it's happening here quite bad. Although you don't hear about it much. There's rapes in the toilets, in pubs and bars, you know. Yeah, people get... I haven't seen any of it myself. From that angle, you know, from that ethnic angle, if you like. But it has been going on, you know. I try to stay out of the square, really, the main shopping area. It's just a bit hectic now. I'll need to order the shopping online so I don't need to go out. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, so you don't have to brave the elements then, do you? Yeah, they reckon it's going to be like 80, 90 mile an hour winds in Glasgow. Well, I mean, sorry, Scotland. West Scotland. I think Northern Ireland as well. Well, the north of Ireland, as I call it. Man stabbed to death in southeast London, named as 26-year-old Arawali Alalajana. I've got that GB News on, you know. I don't know what you think of GB News, but yeah, Michael Portillo, like presenting the programme. He was the one that sat on that 7/7 like mock-up programme. Like, what are we going to do if there's like 3 terrorists and 3 trains and a bus blow up? It's the exact same scenario that actually happened on a year later or something on 7/7, and he's heading the whole little team of mock-up, you know, emergency Cobra meeting or whatever, you know, and almost exactly. Yeah, I mean, you'll hear things on GB News that you wouldn't hear on Sky News and BBC. But, you know, they seem to be on it. I'd like to know who owns it, really. But I like it, you know, it's a bit refreshing. I was dubious of it. I just thought it was another controlled mechanism. But on the migration point, they're pretty on it, you know. 3 people arrested of suspicion of murder. 19-year-old stabbed to death in Bury car park. Borough. Is it along? Yeah. Oh yeah. I've noticed Sky News in the UK seems to be left wing, but in Australia it's right wing, yeah. Oh well, they're upside down there, aren't they? So, gotta be. It's probably their version of left wing. Yeah, so, maybe I should do this a bit more often. Maybe, because I've got like 3,000 subscribers or more. And if I could somehow let them all know at once that I'm going to go live. Hey, remember me? I used to do stuff. Uh, I'm thinking of doing stuff again, so I wonder if you can, let all your subscribers you going live all at once. Like you can text people the same message all at once. That sort of thing. Or maybe if they're subscribed, they get a notification anyway that, FreeTruthShow is going to go live, The more you do it, the more people who are subbed will notice. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how they'll notice. I wonder if they get a notification or something. FreeTruthShow's live now, or will be live, or is live. I have the notifications turned off your channel. That's how I've seen it. Ah, right. Does that mean if you're subscribed, you have to actively turn on the notifications? Or does everyone just not bother turning them off when they subscribe? Yeah, it would be a laugh though, wouldn't it? Be a laugh. Have a laugh. Tell some jokes, tell some funny stories, ping pong, hear what's going on in the rest of the world from people. I tell you what made me think of it, because I was watching a live stream of this guy with a telescope, and he's got it pointed at the moon. It's fucking amazing, Real close-ups of all the craters, and he was chatting away, with his telescope going. You could just hear his voice, and I thought, oh, I could do that. Yeah. If you don't have the notifications, it doesn't show up sometimes. Yeah. Well, there was like 7 people watching a minute ago, so maybe well, that might be him. John Leonard Wolston's videos of the moon and space are pretty cool. Yeah, he was in Pennsylvania. He's an American guy. I don't know if I could. I did subscribe. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, it's a good moon tonight, actually. It's a pretty good moon. It's on the way to full moon, maybe 3 or 4 days from now. Oh, I think he's from England, right? Yeah. Yeah. He was saying that if you're in Australia, it's upside down. It's not the same position. They see it the other way up, which makes sense, I suppose. Oh yeah, man. Okay, the Oasis death. He died after a fall, so that would be the plunge, then I guess. Damn. How do you fall off a stand? I remember he went to the USA. Yeah, cool. Should I have some more pink gin? No. I had 2 mugs of it already. I filled up like a shot glass. It's quite a large shot glass of pink gin, lemonade in a mug. Like a tea mug, average sized tea mug. And then did another one. So that should be enough for tonight, shouldn't it? Yeah, must have been standing on the edge of it or something. Yeah, I think it'd be barriers up or something. Maybe he was really pissed and... Yeah. Because Wembley's pretty spot on with the health... Well, I presume it is pretty spot on with the health and safety, so... Yeah. I've got 4 likes. That's nice. Who was it earlier? Oh yeah, Big Burr. Big Burr. I don't remember them. And YOLO Swagons. That's you. Yeah. I wonder how Faded Rose is getting on. You ever wonder about her? She was such a laugh. She was a grand lass. Good fun she was. Faded Rose, remember her? Canadian. Used to have such a laugh. We had a New Year's Eve. But yeah, screw YouTube. Yeah, he's a bit of a twat, wasn't he? It turned out to be a bit of a twat. Yeah, he was in New Jersey, I think. What was I going to say? Yeah, do you remember that? Were you there that New Year's Eve that we had? It was like about 15 people from all around the world. And we had like 10 New Year's Eves, 10 midnights. Like, hey! We had 10 countdowns. There was people in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, England, Scotland. Yeah. That was good fun. We all just got pissed. Chubsy, no, I don't remember. She divorced that guy she was married to. Oh, good. Because he was a bit of a twat, wasn't he? He didn't treat her very well. Oh, nice. Yeah. Chubsy, no. She divorced that guy she was married to. Good. Oh, good. Not spoke to any of them in about 10 years now, nor have I. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Filipino, no. Don't remember a Filipino. I remember the Venezuelan. There was a Venezuelan. Yeah. Migrant charged with alleged rape. 12-year-old girl in quiet town. 2 asylum seekers. There we go. There's another one. It's happening every day. There's been some questions about what we do and don't realise as part of a high-profile investigation such as this. Warwickshire. Yeah, there was some odd people on that platform. But, you know. Do you remember that really mad fucking German guy? He looked like Jurgen Klopp. He was absolutely nuts. Jurgen Klopp's not really nuts. He's fantastic. He's Liverpool. But there was a guy who looked a bit like him. And he used to act pretty nuts. He was mad. He was quite funny, really. Quite liked him, but he was absolutely bonkers. See, they do have a sense of humour, the Germans. It's just a bit weird. That's a good point. I should turn that fan off. It's probably really annoying, isn't it? It's my only fan. I've got a fan. It just turns around and doesn't make any draft at all. You can stick your foot on it, your face right up against it. You can hardly feel it. So, not a great fan, really, but it's something. It must do something. Yeah. I've got about 10 fans in here. I'm used to it. Yeah. I would as well. Sort of thing you'd do. I can have some mix session going on with like 10 fans going at all different sort of speeds. George, you know what I was talking about you the other day to a guy I know in a pub. and we were talking about faggots. Faggots? Let's see if you remember what I'm talking about. Ah, I'm laughing my ass off. Yeah, mate. Brains, faggots. Brains, faggots. So tasty. Wish you tried them fucking years ago. Really creepy voice, wasn't it? And you made that rave tune. I hope you still got that, man. I'd love to hear that again. Fucking, you sampled it, didn't you? You sampled Brains, faggots from the advert. So tasty, we should have them years ago. I'd love to hear that again, mate. I'd love to hear that again. Yeah, well, make it again. Do it again. Wouldn't take 5 minutes, would it? But anyway, we had this idea of bringing back, making faggots popular again, because they are really tasty. I really like them. But not the ones you get in hospital, but yeah, just faggots. Yeah, and we don't. Neither of us knew actually what they were made of. I think it's onion and beef or something. But you can have all different faggots. So I thought, open a faggot bar and call it faggot bar. And you'd have specialist different recipes of faggots from all around the world. You know, and he come up with cheesy faggots. You can have cheesy faggots, onion faggots, beef gravy faggots. Ooh, gravy faggots. So the puns there. The local council, wherever you are, would probably never allow you to open it. Or you could call it something else, like fagotti or something. The oboe. Yeah, bring back faggots. Bring back faggots campaign. Yeah, you could have a little campaign to raise awareness promoting faggots. Like a faggot pride march or something. Stand up for your faggots. Yeah. Brains, faggots. So tasty, I wish you tried them years ago. You fucking cunt. It was so aggressive and creepy, wasn't it? The voice. So tasty, I wish you tried them fucking years ago. Strange advert. Herbert Brains had an idea. Yeah, what's time? 03:11. That's okay. Yeah. Well, this has been a roaring success, isn't it? At a maximum of like 7 people, which is more than I expected, to be honest. So that's not so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of them sort of stands, aren't I? Save it sort of wobbling around and being really annoying. Yeah. Okay. Need a shave. I've seen people on the bus, like girls on the bus, like doing their makeup in the phone. Like, okay. What's wrong with a mirror? Yeah. It's convenient, I suppose. Yeah. There we go. Dyed my hair the other day, but it's gone grey really quickly again. Oh my God, man. I'll tell you what, you've got that to look forward to. 55. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? Yeah, it all goes wrong, all goes south, mate. I've got the double chin developing. That turned up the other day. Well, I only noticed it the other day. And then You know, what's this stuff in your ears? What's that all about? And you have to shave your nostrils and things. And what the fuck? And you know, grey hair obviously, and the balding and the receding. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. No one warned me about this. You know. Mm. Yeah, I wonder how this turned out then. 59 minutes. Oh, that's good, isn't it? That's an hour. Oh, we have another viewer there. Hello. How's it going? We're just reminiscing over old times here. And, yeah, needs a bit more hair dye there. Wear a hat, I suppose. Yeah. Migrant hotel protesters banned. Video circulating online shows potential ban of protests outside hotel. Oh, yeah, one guy turned up. He just got out of his car and they arrested him. Ferguson, his name was, or something. I don't think they said why, or that people couldn't really understand why, or find out why, or the police wouldn't say why, or something. But he literally got out of his car and he was standing by his car and he was arrested. Because he was some YouTuber or something, I suppose. Organiser. Ferguson. Same was. Yeah. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. Oh well. At least we still live in a democracy, don't we? That's nice. Yes. Free country, mate. This is a free country, mate. Oh, I live in a free country, mate. Got free speech. Magna Carta, mate. Magna Carta. Yeah. Free country. Yeah. Well, it was. Yeah. What is a migrant hotel, anyway? Is it on wheels? You can move it around and stuff. What, the whole hotel is just on wheels? You can move it around, it sort of migrates. Well, maybe that's the solution, you know? You can underpin, you can move whole buildings. I've seen it done. You know, they just move very slowly. But, you know, people get a bit upset in one village, just move it to the next village. That's a migrant hotel, isn't it? There we are. Everyone's happy. So you only have to put up with it for a little while. You know, then just move it along. Migrant charged with alleged kidnap. I'm reading off GB News here, which presumably means Great Britain news. Oh, yeah. Oh, what? So I've been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes, have I? Oh, great, thanks. No. Oh, you could hear me while you were ordering. Right, yeah, because I was on fire there. I'm only kidding, man. Oh, I did hear a funny joke the other day. Why are there no television? Why is there no television in Afghanistan? Because of the Taliban. Taliban. Right, there we are. That's that over with. Well, bah. I should be up till about fucking 5 o'clock in the morning as usual. I usually don't go to sleep till about 5 o'clock. Because my body clock's all messed up. With the heat, you know, you can't sleep with the heat. Sometimes it's so hot. Oh my God, what are you going to do? What can you do? What can you do? And so you can't sleep because it's so hot. And then you don't sleep till about 5 in the morning. And then you sleep till 12 because you didn't go to sleep till 5. That's why I had the pink gin and lemonade, hoping that it'd knock me out a bit earlier. What's that? They are saying it will come between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, 10 a.m. they said before. They must have updated it. So the storm shouldn't get the delivery cancelled. No. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, so they're going to order it. What, you're going to... It'll be there before 8 a.m., I suppose. Ended up knocked out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. I did try one of those, actually. Was it a mushroom? Might have been a mushroom gummy. No, no. It was the other one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I don't really. No, I don't really. Yeah, if somebody offers me a bit, I'll have a puff. I don't buy it myself, you know. Never really did, really. Did everything else. But, um, nearly everything else, anyway. Yeah, no, I'm generally not. Trying to read the telly. Yeah. 3:19. It's 3:19. Do you remember 3:19? Canadian. Had his own studio. Had his own recording studio. Oh, what's my Twitter account? Well, I think it's Patrick Lynch Free Truth Show. Yeah, it should be Free Truth Show, but it could be Patrick Lynch Free Truth Show. Yeah, or Patrick Lynch Free Truth. Well, I'm gonna post the link on here. Oh, you got it. It's the me in a cap, sort of smiling, looking into the camera on the first video. That's it. Because the other ones, I can't get into the other ones at the moment. So just let them fall by the wayside. Nope. Don't remember them. Don't remember them. Yeah. Yeah, that knife arrest should be on there. I think I'd rather go live on X, you know, if you can. There's a bit more free speech there, isn't there, you know? Less likely to be manhammered. No, I don't remember Fluckarella. So long ago. What are you going to have then? What are you going to order? Just the basics. Staple stuff. Bread and cheese and stuff, and milk and eggs and whatever. Because of what? Let's go back here. Found it. 3:19. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh man, did he? He had a heart attack. I missed all that. Stopped smoking it a year ago. I saw that. He had a heart attack years ago. Shit. He probably had the vaccine, didn't he? He wasn't big on sort of conspiracy stuff. Vaccine gives you the bloody heart attack, so that's a problem. So if you see me posting crypto stuff, it's because of that. Do me. Well, no, it's usual for you anyway. To post cryptic stuff, you know. That's not unusual for you. It was before COVID-19. Oh, right. Oh, wow. Damn. Well, he led a fairly kind of sedentary lifestyle, didn't he? You know, sitting in his studio for hours on end. That was his job. Maybe he didn't exercise much. Because I think he was my age, you know, roughly the same age. You just don't know these days, do you? There's so much crap in the food and air. You know, it's just, sometimes it can just, I presume it just builds up and constantly smoking. Oh, he might have been a bit older than me, yeah. Yeah. I constantly smoke. That's a good thing about living in a hotel. You have to go out, you don't smoke as much because you have to go down 2 flights of stairs. It's a pain in the ass. So I have a cigarette roughly every hour instead of like 5 cigarettes per hour, or constantly chain smoking. So there's that to be said. And you won't believe this, I'm literally 5 minutes walk from the sea, from Bournemouth Beach. I walk over there, I go down the steps, I'm at the seaside. Well, I'm 5 minutes walk to the cliffside, you know, where there's a big green area where people play football and sit on the benches. And I'm literally, I'll do a live stream someday, I'll show you the area. It's lovely around here. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm up on the cliff. I'm not in Bournemouth town centre. I'm up on the cliffs. A big hotel area, you know. Well, there's hotels everywhere here. But you know what I mean? Those little vapes are good now. I wouldn't know how to use them. No, I wouldn't use them. No. It's coming out now that they're worse for you than tobacco, you know, so I always had my suspicions. And it just looks sad. It just looks really sad. I mean, puffing on some machine, you know, it's it's like a Borg implant. Like, get a grip. The weird thing is they've made it so trendy, and it's just not the coolest thing at all. But they've managed to make it cool. You can make anything cool. You can make anything trendy and cool. There's nothing you can't get the public to do, really. I remember Alan Watt saying that. He's right. I wouldn't smoke them. I entered that TV news competition to try and win £57,000. It finished Friday and I haven't earned anything yet. So where's my money? I spent £2 on my phone. I wouldn't normally get sucked into that bullshit kind of fixed competitions that they have. But I thought, fuck it, you know. I've got unlimited, so bing, bong, I'll give it a go. And you never know. So wish me luck. They might hear from me yet. I might hear from them yet. Labour's Reform UK. Oh my God, I'll go there. I don't think it caught on because it was cheaper and didn't stink the place out. Those little vapes are good now. I don't think, yeah. My cousin married a guy who used to run the text messages for children in need. He made a fortune by running everyone's numbers back through the system again, so they got charged twice. Yeah. Well, they do send you a text saying, oh, you get a free text because you've texted already. Phone up now for a free text, but I didn't bother. But yeah, he made a fortune by running everyone's number back through the system, so they got charged twice. Damn. Well, he personally pocketed it or made more money for children in need. None of it gets there anyway, does it? Probably about 2% of it gets to where it's supposed to go. Now that Live Aid shit, about 2% of that went to Africa. So I hear anyway. Oh man, the charities are so corrupt. I wouldn't give them a penny. Even when I'm in Wetherspoons and like a pint of Worthington's creamy floor. Pint of Worthington's creamy floor is like £1.99. You give him £2 coins. He says, "Do you want the penny?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I want them. Yeah, yes, mate. Give me the penny." Because otherwise they put it in the charity box. I'm like, "No, you're not having a fucking penny off me, you bastards." Cancer research, research. Fucking cancer charities, fuck them. Damn. You find a cure with all that money, no? Or tell us about apricot kernels, And his daughter from over 40 years ago, I hope you don't mind reading this out, and his daughter from over 40 years ago turned up that he'd never had contact with him because he didn't want to see her. They were blaming my mother, saying she was telling them what to say, and they couldn't wrap it around their head that my dad had dementia, so he couldn't tell him anything because he'd forget. They ended up making a load of lies for social services, trying to get guardianship of him. Who's this? Children, not children in need. Oh, I see. And his daughter turned up from over 40 years ago. Right. They couldn't wrap it around their head that they had dementia. And then ended up lies to social services. Right. They're probably after his money, were they? Tried to get guardianship of him. Yeah, lying to the social services. I wouldn't send social services round to my worst enemy. You know? Unless I was certain some child was in desperate fucking danger, I wouldn't, and certainly not lie to social services, give them the ammunition to raid perfectly normal people, because they're so corrupt, they're so nasty. Half the social services in England are fucking pedophile rings anyway, so don't let them in your house, That's another low. Yeah, he has money. Oh, he has no money. Why do they want guardianship of him then? They messed up in the head or something. Probably happy where he was, weren't they? They were trying to force him into seeing this daughter. Right, okay. Who refused to get a DNA test, but they just take her word for it. Ooh, weird. That's very strange. So she might not have been his daughter. They had to go to court over it. And they were told to stop their shite. Ah, yay. Nice one. Cool. Yeah, shut up. Or shit up. Good. Oh well, the courts are good for something, aren't they? Yeah, an old cynic, I can hear rumblings. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. I must go for another cigarette soon. Shall we go for a cigarette together? Take on a live tour? No, I better not. I'll make the cigarette, that's for sure. Yeah. We had to go to court over and tell them to stop the show. He's in a care home close to death now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. And we aren't having a funeral because they were just start a fight or something. Yeah. I'm just going to get him home. Yeah. That's why I didn't go to my girlfriend's funeral, because the family are nuts. And one of them can be violent. And I'm Irish, and there's a lot of Rangers fans at the funeral, and the brother is particularly nasty. He used to say I was a murderer and stuff. I've murdered a load of people in Europe. So, God knows what he'd say to a load of Rangers fans. I'll have the shit kicked out of me, you know what I mean? So I knew there would be trouble, not caused by me. So, for the in respect of Jane, I didn't go. And people said to me, "Oh, can't believe you didn't go to Jane's funeral." And I had to explain to them how nuts their family were, And I was keeping the peace by not going. I should have gone them. I should have just been like, "Fuck them, I'm gonna go anyway." But I know how it would have turned out. My dad's family were convinced my dad didn't have dementia, and my mother was just drugging him, and even said I was drugging. Yeah, pure drama merchants. Yeah, best. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, best keeping out of it when it's those circumstances. Yeah, it is. It is. Just keep the peace. And it was stressful enough dealing with while you're grieving, to have extra hassle from like her family, extra stress and potential violence, especially with all the Rangers fans and me being Irish. Yeah. Dodged a bullet there, or a baseball bat, one of the two. I mean, he was a big lad, but he used to make up stories about me all the time. I'm still getting stories made up about me all the time. That's the nature of the beast. I was threatened. He was a big guy, but I just said to him, "Well, if I can knock you out, shut up." He never said anything after that. Just to everybody else. My dad had a cousin, and he had a cousin who died. And at the funeral, one brother killed another one in a fight. Oh my God. What the fuck? Damn, I couldn't make that up, could you? Poor family, Jesus. Damn. I'm speechless, mate. That's shocking. Yeah, must have been a very difficult time for everyone, I'm sure. Yeah, that's why we aren't going to risk it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'd put you off going to family funerals, wouldn't it, really? Good turnout, was it? Well, you know. Sorry if I'm seeming a bit insensitive there. Sorry, mate. But I know your sort of humour. I couldn't go to my girlfriend's funeral for the same reasons too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? You've been there yourself then. Wow, you know exactly what I'm talking about then. Wow, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, but then yeah, but have you had people going, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't go to your girlfriend's funeral. Oh, well, should have gone, mate." Even my best mate said that to me. And I had to explain to him. I think I'd explained to him before as well. I don't want to go because it would have been fucking hell and violent and would have kicked off, mate. And, when you're sending somebody off, You want to have a nice peaceful send-off, you know. It's not respectful. But no. So we were having a great night. We're having a few beers. We're pissed, and I put a fucking real downer on the evening. Like, oh, Pat, I can't believe you didn't go to my funeral. I'm like, are you fucking mad? And somebody else said it to me in the pub as well. Like, really? Got to explain to you now? Isn't it obvious why, if Pat was in love with this woman for 8 years, why didn't he go to her funeral? Isn't it obvious? People who know the family, they'd know. They're all nuts, every one of them. I told them to their face as well. I told one of them sisters to their face. You're mentally ill, so there's something wrong with you. Because they kept attacking me, you know. Like, right, you're mentally ill, don't ever speak to me again. Do not engage. Her mum and dad and brother would have started some shite. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nobody said that to me. Nobody said, yet. Nobody said that to you yet. Because you fucking knock them out, that's why. Nobody said that to me. Most people knew the situation, even her friends and stuff. Right. Totally relatable, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so they knew then. They didn't need to ask. They knew what they were like, what situation, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people I know that knew her don't really know the family that well, as I do. Because they haven't been attacked like I have by them. They all think they're really nice, they're all fake and really nice. Hi, are you okay? Do you want this? Do you want that? But, like, absolutely fucking mental. It's all very fake, you know. I'm mad. But to be honest, it was a relief to be free of it, all that stress, you know, of trying to help somebody get off alcohol. It was extremely stressful. That's why I happened to go grey at the same time, so it may be related, you know. It's enough to turn you grey overnight. And I tried every trick in the book and wrote some new tricks for the book to try and stop her drinking, you know. Yeah. Didn't work. Yeah, but I did help her in other ways, and she had 8 years of somebody loving her, so happy times. We had a lot of happy times, so it was nice. Just think of the good times, really, rather than how sad it ended. You know, yeah, that's what you got to do, isn't it? That's what it's for. Otherwise, no point in being with them. What are you saying there, man? What are you saying? All that matters is she knew you loved her in the end. That's right, she did. Yeah. Yeah, it is mental. We basically went through the same shit, but with my girlfriend, it was drugs, not drink. She was struggling with, yeah. That was a catalyst for me to stopping drinking alcohol. And my cousin died of a drug overdose around the same time, and I just packed it in. Yeah, that'd do it. Yeah, that would put you off, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. Well, either two things. It can either send you over the top until you drink more and destroy yourself with grief, or like, oh, wake up call, isn't it? Not a nice thing to say or for you to hear, but yeah. Uh, I grew up surrounded by alcoholics, you know, it kind of put me off from an early age. And to be honest, I've never had alcohol at home. I don't usually have alcohol at home all my life. I've never bought some cans. Oh, I've got to have some cans in the fridge, you know, stock up, you know, for myself, drink. Because I suppose I've never enjoyed drinking by myself. It's a sociable thing. What's the point? But somebody left some gin here the other day and some vodka, so I was supposed to be saving it for them, but I was starting to tuck in, so I might have to buy them another bottle or something. Because it is quite nice for lemonade, pink gin. Mm. New York Post op-ed slams Sadiq Khan for making London unrecognisable. Is London falling? London falling, London falling. The DTs, but it wasn't as bad as some people get it. And it's like I could see what a waste of life it is, and was thinking about her and my cousin dying needlessly and how it affected everyone. Yeah, that's the thing, how it affects other people, isn't it, you know? And when you see how it affects other people, yeah. It's like, right, fucking got to cut this out. Shit. Damn. I'll be next otherwise, you know. And, if you don't stop, you may be depriving people of your company anymore, you know. If you cop it, you know, I bet you've been through it all, man. I bet you've thought of every angle. It's just not worth doing at the end of the day, is it? Yeah, you got to survive now, you know. I mean, there's enough shit thrown at us every day with depopulation and fucking vaccines and fluoride and poison in the water and fucking, chemtrails. You know, it's a hard enough job staying alive as it is, right? Without committing suicide ourselves slowly every day. Yeah. Microplastic in the kippers. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where these kippers get it, you know? Who's giving it to them? Maybe they should swim somewhere else or something, you know? Selfish bastards. Selfish bastard kippers. See, it's not our fault, the environment, it's the kippers. It's the fish. We should have a bit more consideration before they imbibe all these microplastics, you know? It's not like they haven't got a choice, you know? Because of environmental concerns, the Bournemouth Council have stopped putting rat catching stuff in the sewers. So there's fucking rats all over Bournemouth Square, and if you're sitting in the garden eating your lunch, sitting in the gardens, they're running over your feet. Literally, you're sitting on the bench in Bournemouth Gardens, public gardens, and this rat ran over my foot. And they're everywhere, scurrying around, much more than usual. It's turning the kippers gay. Every kipper I've known is gay. I used to live next door to an old man called Kipper. He was really gay. Whole family were gay. I don't mean like gay, they were just faggots, you know. Gossiping faggots. Control freak gossiping faggots. Non-gay faggots. In Ireland, you know, we in Ireland they say faggots. It doesn't mean gay. It just means you're interfering, gossiping, control freak, busybody. Oh, she's a faggot. Oh, she's an old faggot. You know, she's a right old faggot. You know, didn't mean that. When my mum used to say it, she was from County Meath, you know. She used to crack me up. My mum, she had a great sense of humour, you know. I'll show you a picture of her. Look. Lovely lady. There she is. That's me mom. She was so funny. You can tell how funny she was. Sheila, you know. She was so funny. She'd make a cat laugh, you know. It's turning the kippers gay. We had a bad rat infestation here a couple of years ago because they weren't taking the bins away for 8 months. Yeah, like Birmingham. My street ended up in the newspapers because it was that bad. Your street. Oh, we are hanging out the window. Hey, what are you fucking doing down there? Fucking doing? Better not be putting me fucking hoose on the camera. You fucking bastard. You wee bastard, you. Get that fucking camera away from my hoose. Should have thrown a bucket of water over the mate. What TV was that? BBC? Big, big bucket of piss. Big piss bucket. Oh, the BBC. The piss challenge. Your street ended up in the newspapers. Oh, newspapers, right? Okay, I thought it was the BBC. There's a picture of you on the local Glasgow Gazette, is there? Like strolling down the road, like, with a big fucking bulldog. Howdy, hey. Sorry, mate. Damn. Oh, I'm going to put that there while I make a cigarette. Oh, no, that's the bed. No one wants to see that. There we go. Is that going to work? Probably not. Oh, look at that. I could do that. What? Right. Make the cigarette out. Lol. 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 I wonder if you can still hear me all right. Can you still hear me? Silent, can you still hear me? Perhaps not. So, what we need to do there is nothing. Oh, that'll do it. That there like that. This is looking a bit dodge. I'm gonna drop the phone. Oh, how about that? On aha. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Precarious. Precarious. My trusty troop bag. Oh, my trusty troop bag. It's great. Got a man bag. Look at this. Damn. I got a man bag. It's troopy. Sound. Love it. It's hardcore, this bag. Proper canvas bag. Never lose your phone. Never lose your tobacco. Bing bong. Diddly bing bong. Job's done. Because otherwise I'll leave everything behind. Now I don't lose anything. Great. Man bag. Bit gay, but so what? It's better than having to buy a new phone every couple of months. How about this for a phone holder? How about this for a phone holder? Vivian Westwood. And you just open it up like that. It's an old glasses case. Great. Softy. You know me, I've always got to be different. Migrants moved into London hotel. Officers policed a protest for a considerable time. I don't know what they call it. They police it. I don't know what they call it. Call it kettling. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Can you hear me alright? I'm just going for a cigarette. I'll be back in a minute. Can you still hear me? Can I type something? How can I type something? Yeah. Comments? No? How do I type something? What's that do? Chat filter? No? Oh, I don't know. What's that? A 43-second short was up. What? At least 1 minute is... Oh, okay. Right. So I made a short. What's that? Oh, I don't know what that does. I don't know if you go live or not. Maybe give us some tips. I'll be back in 5. You must be able to leave a message for people. Right, okay. Oh, you are. You know the drill. Back soon. Okay. Great. Have you fallen asleep, Bar? He's gone to sleep. My only watcher. I've lost him. He's in dreamland. Let's see if he can... Can you still hear me all right? I don't know. There we go. Rat horror for Hospital Gran. What kind of a headline is that on the Metro? Rat horror for Hospital Gran. So a granny is in a hospital and there's a rat. She has a rat horror. So there's a rat running around. Presumably that's what that means. Top judges admit regret over unfair prison sentences. Oh. Oh. A judge with regret. Oh, they've been a bit overzealous with their sentencing for free speech people, have they? An extra 100 million will not stop boats. Underlined, not. Oh dear. No. What can you say about that? An extra 100 million will not stop the boats. That 100 million's not going to go towards stopping boats. It's going to go in their back pocket or to some NGOs promoting condoms in Afghanistan or something. Hello. Yeah. Well, I've been live for 1 hour, 53 minutes and 46 seconds. Okay. Alrighty, so welcome back to the Free Truth Show. Not on These Changing Times Radio. From the ancient kingdom of Wessex, on the south coast of England. Bournemouth, to be exact. Yep. Okay. Here they are. Oh dear. I smashed a few dinghies the other day, that was about it. Yeah, looked a bit staged. Fan plunges to death is from upper tier at Oasis concert. So from the upper tier at Wembley. Oh man. Oh dear. That's nasty, the poor family. Yep. Oh, hello, we've got an extra watcher there. This is a test. I've never really gone live for any length of time before on YouTube. So we're just kind of checking it out, seeing what all the buttons do. I don't actually know how to... Oh, hang on. Oh, you have been chatting. Ah, because I hadn't scrolled down. Ah, right. Okay, right. Let's have a look at what you were saying. Sorry about that. All right, yeah. All right, gotcha. Some of my family moved back to Donegal and built a house. Fantastic. My dad's great aunt couldn't speak English, only Irish. Fantastic. Got him a hugget. You can do the TikTok dances now. Yeah. No. I'm not on TikTok. Won't go on there. Screw them. Every time I sign up to a website and I have to scroll down to enter my year of birth, I'm getting old. I remember you saying, you're old when you scroll down to enter your age. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can still hear you. Yep, hear, laugh. Tim Westwood. Yeah, I can hear. I've never used the YouTube streaming app on my phone. Yeah, still here. Just get the Navy to stop them. Yeah. I'd probably bring them in. I mean, how many are really coming in on like military transports or something, or Navy ships? And maybe the the dinghies are just a distraction, you know, so it doesn't look as bad as it is. But they're all coming in by the thousands every week on like Navy ships and military transports and stuff, you know. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Or the Channel Tunnel. They've probably got like migrant trains going through the Channel Tunnel. Yeah. Another pink gin? Shall I go for another pink gin? Might liven up the show a bit. Yeah. Oh, look at you with the inflammatory references there, that guns and stuff. How the fuck do I type something? Or do I not able to type because I'm talking anyway? Right, okay. I don't really see an option to join the chat, and not that I need to, I suppose. But if you want to post a link or something, hey, here's a link. How do you do that? Yeah. Well, I pushed the button a minute ago, and it made a short, like a short video. Pressed the button again, and it said no, it needs to be so long, you know. So it did it. I think it did a 5 minute or something short. So when I finish, I'll check the shorts and presumably use that like a promotion thing, you know. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? This is interesting. I mean, you could sing songs on my guitar. I could play songs I haven't written for a couple of years. Actually, I haven't been singing or been. I was doing a lot of open mics for a long time with the guitar and singing and stuff. And kind of, with Jane passing away and stuff, I kind of lost interest in it. You know, so my creative juices haven't been flowing for a long time, a year or so. I haven't written anything for a couple of years, actually. That's too dark. No, it's not too dark, is it? Too dark. Too dark. Too black. Too strong. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. There we go. I don't know. I've never used the app for it. Lol. Gotcha. Yeah, like stage curtains, these, aren't they? Like, dun, dun, dun. Yeah. I was talking to a couple of Glaswegians the other day. There were a couple on holiday. He was treating her for a week, like a birthday thing, you know, to come down to Bournemouth. And I got chatting to them outside Wetherspoons, and she liked her drink. And they lived about 12 miles out of Glasgow. Don't ask me what the area was. I can't remember. But they said, "Oh, you're a gardener, are you? Are you a landscaper, are you? Oh, okay. Oh, you do landscaping? Oh, we need our garden doing. Yeah, come up and do this and do that, and we need a pond and wall." And I was like, "You can stay with us." And you know, just I was like, and you know me, I'm like, yeah, okay. So I've never been to Scotland. Yeah, okay. And then they kind of must have had a few more drinks. They were like, we'll let you know. We'll let you know. But for a minute there, I was tempted. I thought, And one of the first things I thought was, I could go see Bar. Meet up with Bar. Bob Rollin. Yeah. Yeah, if I ever up in Scotland, I'll let you know. Extra 100 million will not stop the boats. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, let's have a little pink gin, shall we? I know you're off the alcohol, but if you don't mind, I'll just pour a little on myself. Yeah. Let's see now. Dun, 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 dun. That's the better. Oh my god. Okay. So what do we do here? Let's see now. Shot glass. There. There. Promoting alcohol. Promoting Gordon's gin. Just about a half a shot. There we go. That's not too much, is it? It's just a little half shot there. Okay. I'll need the mug. Put the lemonade in. The Liverpool mug. Dun, dun, dun. It smells like, it's Gordon's pink gin. It smells like toilet cleaner. Damn. Damn, dog. Get some lemonade in there. I've even got a brown paper bag with the alcohol in it. Old style. Really cute. Okay, good one. Okay, here we go. Live on stage. More lemonade than gin. Gotta be. Alrighty. We're in business. We're back in business. Dun, 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 dun. Right on. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Cheers. This is a cup of tea, obviously. What a combination. For the frustration, what a combination. Procrastination. Yeah. Farage would enable modern saddles. Loose, Josie Phillips renews criticism of Reform leader over Online Safety Act. Oh my God, yeah. Well, we knew it was coming, didn't we? We know the deal. We know the long-term business plan, don't we? We've known for almost as long as them. So, yeah, Scotland would have been nice. Scotland would have been fun. What got you? Got feedback. What are you saying? Yeah, I got you on Twitter so I can send you a message there. Sound. Yeah, I don't mind other people drinking around me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Yeah, my brother said the same thing. He's been a heavy drinker for most of his life. Certainly the latter stages of his life. He's like 5 years older than me, Barry. And he was falling over and stuff in his house all the time because he's severely disabled. I'm his carer. And he's severely disabled. And he was just falling over and damaging himself. And it was only a matter of time before he died, to be honest. And I prayed for a miracle. I literally prayed for a miracle, you know. I'm not overtly religious, you know, I don't go to church and stuff. I do believe in God, and I prayed. And because I'd stopped going around to see him, you know. A couple of times I'd stopped going around to see him because it was too harrowing to watch him destroy himself, you know. It was too upsetting to watch it. I was just waiting for the phone call someday that he was going to die. And his mate, Jane Crutcher, she is absolutely fantastic. Gypsy girl, sound as fuck, funny as fuck, mother of two, you know. struggles with alcohol herself, and a fella himself more. They had their own alcohol issues, and she understood because her boyfriend had been through a program, to stop them drinking, and it failed, and in and out, and in and out, and so she got him on this program. She bullied my brother for years. Come on, we'll get you in this clinic. And this is somebody who was drinking whiskey at 5 o'clock in the morning. And he's my brother, I love him. And he was dying, from alcohol. And there was no way I could imagine that he'd ever even cut down or let alone stop. Do you know what? He went to this clinic in Fareham, or Farnham, in Hampshire, I think it was. And he was only there like 5 days. They injected him with Librium. He came back, and it's been 2 years now. Hasn't touched a drop. He never touched another drop again. That was the miracle. The miracle I prayed for happened. The miracle I prayed for happened. And he's back on the road now. Couldn't get a car in case, he drank and lost it. And he's doing up his old Jag, back to his old stuff, buying and selling classic cars and stuff. Well, the odd one now and again. He's doing up an old 1965 Jag at the moment. Can't remember what make it was, but it's a 65 anyway. He's doing it up, restoring it, getting on the road, and that's the miracle that I prayed for. It happened. So you've got to want it, And he started drinking. He started using vapes and stuff into cigarettes, and hardly smoke cigarettes at all now. It takes all your cravings away if you're injected with Librium, Yeah, because you can die if you stop straight away. But he didn't die because he had the... Right, so it stops you from withdrawing, you say. Right, I see. Yeah. Yeah, drinking to stop the withdrawals, yeah. No doubt. No doubt. And that's what made me think of it, because when he said, I don't mind other people drinking around me, it doesn't bother me anymore. He's the same. You can go to the pub with him, and I'll just get a Coke, and he'll be like, no, get a pint, get whatever you want, don't bother me. It's that mental strength that he had. It's incredible, the mental discipline and strength that he's kept up, And he said, he has admitted to me that I've been tempted a few times, you know what I mean? Presumably when things aren't going very well, you want to fall off the wagon, or get back on the wagon, or whatever it is. And he's been... The mental strength is extraordinary, He's a different guy, different bloke. I've got my brother back, Incredible. Success story. I'd recommend this fucking clinic to anybody. It was all paid for by the, the dole and stuff, I think, Yeah. Well, there's the bin man. Noisy bastards. My mate's a bin man, actually. James Fellas, he's a bin man. He's been doing it 15 years. They run around they literally run for like hours and finish at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, start at 5 in the morning, finish at 2. And they run. He's fit as fuck, Israel, boring. I was suffering from depression for years, and after I stopped drinking, it was the depression that was bothering me. And I started microdosing magic mushrooms, and I think that helped me rewire my brain. there's a lot of evidence, there's a lot of studies where magic mushrooms have done the trick and helped with people with depression, you know? There's no doubt, man. It can't be something as simple as, like, because it makes you laugh, you know? It can't be that simple. It's got to be, like you say, some kind of rewiring going on. The neural network is being rebalanced or regrown, you know? Yeah, because the roots, it's probably got nothing to do with it, but the mycelium network of magic mushrooms, they stretch over miles, you know? It's like an underground system. It's a bit like the neural pathways of the brain, just being, you know, constantly reconstituting itself, communicating with the trees and the oaks around it. You know, it's a mycelium network. You know, that's what the brain's like. You know, wouldn't surprise me at all. You said it got rid of the depression and no drink cravings, and only done it for a couple of months. Microdosing magic mushrooms. It's a natural antidepressant, and it triggers neuroplasticity. Does that mean it softens the brain a bit, or makes it more malleable to more stimulated growth or something? Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. I was listening to Joe Rogan. There's a guy that comes on and talks about mushrooms quite often. He's got a funny hat. I forget his name. But he was talking in depth about, the benefits of mushrooms, psychedelics in general, but it's got to be organic mushrooms, and it's got to be the organic caps, that you get in the forest and stuff. Yeah, it makes more open to rewiring and repairs some damage, yeah. They say it specifically repairs some parts of the brain that are affected by alcohol addiction. Did you? Aren't they quite difficult? Isn't it quite difficult to do that? I just grew them myself. I know you can grow mushrooms in your shed, that you can eat, like you get in a supermarket, but I seem to remember that magic mushrooms themselves are actually quite difficult to. Maybe with new technology, it's simpler now. Simpler. I certainly favour magic mushrooms. It's probably my favourite drug when I was partying and taking drugs and having fun with my mates. It was my favourite drug. Organic. Totally organic. As organic as things can be with chemtrails these days, but still. Yeah, 94, 95, it was no spraying, it was organic, No chemtrails about. Organic, no come down. That's the great thing about it, no come down. Now you can buy a kit online and you just put some water in it and keep the tub in a plastic bag. I didn't even use a heat mat or anything. Well, and you just keep the plastic bag in the dark. And they grow in the plastic bag. Oh, in the tub. Right. Fucking brilliant. Yeah. Damn. Never ending supply. You probably do that all year. If you're inside or whatever. Damn. That sounds great. Yeah, I could do with a bit of levelling out, to be honest. A bit of rewiring. Yeah. The only thing I get wired up with these days is fucking double espresso. I don't have to make you wired. I'll wire you. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm a tea bag. All my life I've been a PG Tips tea bag. But when I go out, the Wetherspoons and stuff, you got to have the cappuccino, or the pattuccino for me. Got to have it. Make tea at home. Let's copy when I'm out. Explosive Prince Andrew biography. No Holes Barred book explores the Duke of York's fall from grace. That's all just pedo training, isn't it? Oh, well, yeah, I'm not so shocked. He's doing it, they're doing it, King's doing it. Not shocked anymore. I'm less shocked each time I hear that. It's like pedo training. It's like we're being groomed en masse. It's like the public is being groomed en masse. Lower the age limit. Yes, right. Oh, well, not so shocked now. Well, yeah, it's that again. Oh, that again. Yeah, well, all right. Yeah, that's the way it works, isn't it? Repetition. Normalization. How's about that then? Or you get a hotline to Savile or something. Yeah. Oh, that gin's working. Yeah. Gin's working. Well, yeah. How did nobody notice Jimmy Savile was a nonce? These clothes he was wearing. Yeah, that should have been enough to give it away, really, shouldn't it? Really? But it was the 70s, It was the 80s, and he was a top of the pops guy. Yeah. No, let's be honest. We all thought he was weird, didn't we? We all thought, you know, he's not the full ticket. Something wrong with him. But being the BBC and all that, you don't expect it. In them days, you know, they were supposed to. You'd think they were independent, and they wouldn't allow that sort of thing. They were all very stuffy and public school boys, and they didn't do all that sort of thing. They wouldn't tolerate all that sort of stuff. They weren't all raving cokeheads and puffs and faggoty pedos. It just didn't enter your head. They were just entertainers. Didn't get. I mean, look at that guy reading the news. The Welsh guy reading the news. I mean, forget fucking Rolf Harris. There's a guy fucking reading the BBC News. And I saw a video, and he was dressed up wearing some outfit and a hairdo that looked like He-Man. Yeah. Yeah. Philip Schofield. Yeah, there's that as well. Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Yeah, wasn't his brother a pedo, It's like, come on. Prince George's education. Royal household yet to confirm Prince George will attend Eton College. Well, of course he's going to go to Eton College. Of course Prince George will attend Eton College. Where else are you going to put him? RADA. YOLO Swaggins. Yeah, it's a funny old world, isn't it, mate? It's a different world from when we used to speak, isn't it? When we used to get trashed, sitting round, talking nonsense, laughing lots, for hours and hours and weeks on end. And eventually it turned into like a news show, didn't it? Like the Free Truth Show, and I'm out giving talks and organising demonstrations and awareness days, leaflet days, radio, giving talks in hotels and stuff, travelling around the southern England, Cornwall and all that, giving talks. They're all on YouTube still, the talks. Getting in Rothschild's face with a fucking video camera. Yeah. It went mental. Right, yeah, no, it wasn't. Remember back then, YouTube wasn't even a big thing. It was becoming pretty big, wasn't it? It was getting there, but not everyone was exploring it, you know? Yeah. I mean, that Rothschild, when I got in Rothschild's piece and asked him some peculiar questions, that got, I think it was like 70,000 views or something. Still up. They haven't taken it down. They never took it down. I took it down for a while, but it's back up now. Put it back up now. Because what happened to me was, oh yeah, I remember I didn't talk to you for a while, and I randomly went on InfoWars because I never visited it for like a year. And the first thing I saw when the page loaded was you in the Rothschild garden. Yeah, it made InfoWars, didn't it? It made it on InfoWars, that video. I sent it to Rob Do. I remember I sent it to Rob Do. And they put it on. And it was on the InfoWars page. That would have boosted the views. But, I thought, fuck it, I'll put it on because I'll upload it because it'll encourage other people to just encourage other people to do the same thing. To do radio or whatever, or speak out. Or highlight it or spread it around. Learn about the globalist population war on humanity, Yeah. It was my little fuck you to them as well. Like, we're not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. But I'm sure there were consequences for it. I'm sure there were. After my mum passed away, because I moved back home with my mum for the last sort of 10 years, just to be around and be a help, she passed away at home with me. It was just me and her at the end. And because it was, I don't know if you remember, but it was a council house. But I'd lived there since I was 7, off and on, And because it was now under-occupied, I was forced out. And I wasn't allowed to inherit it. It's called succession, So the 3-bedroom house that my mum had built up on her own with 2 boys, as a single parent, all the work she put in was gone. Otherwise, I'd be living in a 3-bedroom house now with possibly my own family, So I lost that house. They diddled me out of it because I was grieving and they took advantage of me. And I thought, well, no, they offered me another flat. They did offer me another flat, which would have been for life, really. I wouldn't have had to worry. And I decided to be free of the council, to be free of the dole, and be independent, go and travel. So I took a Helpex and I went to the south of France. I think I had 1,500, something like that, because I'd broken up my mum's Volkswagen Sirocco, 90s Sirocco. I broke that, the spares. I wanted to keep it, but on eBay and stuff. Oh, a message just popped up. You're live. I know him. That's nice. Bit of a reminder. And went to South of France for a couple of months. I was working in a big chateau, big aristocrats chateau, They're actually Victor Hugo's descendants. The Hunchback of Notre Dame fame, author, Victor Hugo. And I had a great time. I really got on with the guy there. the girl, his sister, she was going out with Larry Lamb, who was in EastEnders and the Hatton Garden jewellery robberies, and Kevin and Spacey. Kevin and Spacey? Gavin and Stacey. Fucking Kevin and Spacey. You're not a fucking pedo. Kevin and Spacey. Yeah, Gavin and Stacey. And I didn't know. We were having lunch every day. I didn't know who it was because I didn't watch television. She ended up, the aristocrat lady, his sister, Jean-Baptiste's sister. Next time I saw her, she was, Larry Lamb had won. He'd won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And he was walking across the bridge, and the woman I was working for, along with her brother, was greeting him on the. I thought, that's Marie, greeting him on the bridge, because he'd won I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and all that. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, InfoWars. I was like, what the fuck? It was on the front page, main story. Yeah, it was on. Yeah, I ended up falling out with the guy who started the live video hacking a few years ago. Yeah, I remember. Small world. Yeah. So I went to the south of France, and I ended up staying with my girlfriend in Andalusia, in Spain. And I worked, had my own gardening round. I rented a little casita, because eventually we split up, and she came back to England to look after her mum, and I came back from a party on New Year's Eve, and I found a bag of MDMA down the fucking back of the couch. So I did the whole thing, because nobody else wanted it. And 2 days later, I came back after New Year's, and she said, right, that's it. So we split up. We're still friends. She went back to England, and I kept the casita and started my own gardening round with postcards in the window and stuff in the shops, and did very well. And I was really well. I was eating organic food. I was fit as fuck. I was ripped, man. I was in really good shape. And I had like stomach muscles, like tight stomach muscles and stuff, and ripped. I was working so much, you know. I was really healthy, and somebody spiked my drink, and my liver failed. Nearly died. So I often wondered if that was like a Rothschild agent or something. You never know. So, you know, consequences. And eventually I came back to England to do my motorbike test. And I met Jane and gave up Spain. You can live with me, she says. So I lived there for 8 years. It was great. And then last year she died. So, yeah. So, was I poisoned by a Rothschild agent because I got in space in the garden? Who knows, man? Who knows? Happened twice, actually. I was too dumb to realise it was happening the first time. And when your liver fails, what do? You go to the bar and you have a large brandy and a pint of lager, hoping that would make you feel better, because you don't feel very well while your liver's failing. Just douse it in brandy and lager. So they never could. They never. The hospital could not detect what had caused my liver fail. What I'd been spunked with, you know. And I've been warned about it as well. The only thing you have to worry about in this town, Patrick, is getting your drink spunked. Oh yeah, I'm always careful. Yeah, don't worry. I'm always careful. Cup of tea. Oh dear. You know. Who knows, man? Who knows? But I survived it. Oh, you were in Marbella, yeah. Were you? Oh, that wasn't far from where I was. Well, probably about 100 miles from where I was, but yeah. When was I there? From 2016 to 2019 I was there in Spain. Andalusia. I was about 100 miles. No, I was about 50 miles north of Malaga. Malaga. In the mountains. I was in a little town there. Like a mining town, in the mountains. It was cool. It was heaven and it was hell. Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah, Marbella's pretty close to Malaga. Yeah, it's all the big crime lords are down here, and I mate. Old Ronnie Biggs and all that, He went on holiday there. Went on holiday there. Am I slurring? I think I'm fucking slurring here. Yeah, he went on holiday. The old gin's kicking in, is it? Damn. Migrant tried to kidnap a little girl, 10, while living in a 3-star taxpayer-funded asylum seeker hotel. Yeah, it's pretty close to Marbella. Marbella. My uncle used to live there. He left after he got set up for shooting a copper and robbing a jewellery store. What, the cops set him up? Or the robbers? Wow. Well, very interesting family. My uncle used to live there. He left after he got set up for shooting a copper and robbing a jewellery store. So the police set him up for shooting a copper. But didn't they want to get who really shot the copper? Because if you shoot a copper, it's over, isn't it? Your life's over. There's a special place in hell for fucking cop killers. Ah, nah. They just do anybody. Yeah, okay, just get anybody for it. Because he had the money, they must have decided. Are any different today? Because back in my day, they were corrupt as fuck, and they'd put you in a mattress and beat the shit out of you so there's no bruises. You know, they would frame people, they would cut corners, they were just drunkards. They were just drunkards. And all they wanted to do was just drink and pick up the paycheck and didn't care how they got results. But I just wonder if it's any different at all now. Well, they've just got a cleaner image. You know what I mean? They've just engineered a cleaner image for them, and they're worse than they were. So the guy who was shot couldn't get any compensation unless there was a bit conviction. Yeah, they probably had a few quid out of that. So they fitted him up for it, and then he was in the jail awaiting trial, going to his house and telling his wife if she paid them off, they would get him out. But he told her not to give them anything, and eventually he got out. All the witnesses who saw it happen said it wasn't him who done it. Oh, he got out, even though they set him up. Wow. When he was in jail awaiting trial. Unable to connect at this moment, it says. Perhaps we better stop talking. I got cut off then. All the witnesses who saw it happen said it wasn't him who'd done it. They thought he would get scared into paying them off. But he told her not to give them anything, and eventually he got out. Good. Right, there we go. Wow, what a story, man. Phew. Typical. That's what it was like back in the day. If you did enough crime, it wasn't my bag, but if you did enough, I knew people. I grew up surrounded by criminals. They're always in and out of prison, usually cars. But if you were prolific and they couldn't get you, they'd just make something up to put you in prison for something, like made up. Did you? In 2014? What, because of the online stuff? You clicked on like for something, did you? And you got a knock at the door? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing it's something weirder. Disrespected the Queen or something, did you? She wasn't amused. Yeah, you were winding them up online, yeah. And they eventually done something about it. Yeah. Yeah, well, at least you have some contact with them. God. As far as I know, I haven't been contacted by them. Yeah. Perhaps they've got a soft spot for me. Or they've got something really evil lined up for me. Set me up as a child killer or something. Mass murderer. Serial killer. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Oh, they like creeping around in your fucking house. I know. Yeah, I had my passport stolen from a locked cupboard. And then a few weeks later, it was back. My passport was back in the locked cupboard that only I had the key for. You know? So, all right. Okay. Right. You can get to me. And that's your job, isn't it? What do you want me to do? What am I supposed to do with that? No, but you do wonder sometimes, you know. Nothing wrong with a bit of paranoia, my old mate used to say. Keeps you on your toes. Oh, I got asked to join the Masons. Again! 3 times now. The answer was still no. To be fair, this time it wasn't because somebody recognised my qualities or something. A lad I got to know, we became quite good friends. We still are quite good friends. He's a Mason. I think he's quite a low-level Mason, you know, no disrespect, but lovely guy. He's from South Africa. He's a really sound guy, really lovely fella. Very nice guy. Doesn't really know what they're all about, you know, and I'm not about to tell him. And he keeps saying, oh, you'd be great, come down the lodge, you'd be great, you'd enjoy it, have so many opportunities and this, that. I said, look, out of respect for you, my friend, I don't want to put you in an awkward position. Can you imagine Patrick Lynch fucking wandering into the lodge? The Grand Master be clapping his hands together going, at last, now we have him. You know? Good show. Yeah, there's some advantages to being a mental troll. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Yeah. Oh, an art dealer in LA in about 1988 said that he wanted me to put me through, wanted to tap me on the shoulder. And I didn't know anything about it at the time, so I didn't bother getting in contact with him, which was lucky. Didn't know anything about them at the time. It's just an attractive business opportunity. Second time, well, the answer was no again. What was the second time? And this time, not my bag. I'm the ancient order of Hibernians anyway. I can't join them. My grandfather would be turning in his grave. That's a joke, by the way. I'm not ancient order of Hibernians. It'd be a Hibspan anyway. Copyright. They got they got me done for copyright infringement on their logo. Well, the Masons logo. Well, the square and compass. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, the black one with the triangle and the eye on it. Yeah. The Eye of Horus. They got some government copyright lawyer to take the shit down, and he said, now that it's been taken down, they will likely not pursue it any further. Oh, right, the MI5 logo. From years ago, not even the current logo. Oh, it's a defunct logo. Yeah. Well, it's all copyright. MI5 have got copyright on their logo. What a bunch of wankers. Hey? Oh, that just proves what a corporation it is, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Cool, you're into corporate law there, son. I'm sure they're having a lot of fun, really. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good people that work for the intelligence services in England. A lot of them are nice, sound, moral people at the lower levels. It's just the ones, the rotters at the top that do all the evil shit. Yeah. What's that you saying? Oh, yeah. David Shayler. He ended up dressing up as a woman, didn't he? Do you know what I always thought that was? Because he went all trans, didn't he? I thought that was like a mind control job, you know? They sent him lots of, energy waves to turn him trans, just to ruin his reputation or something, so people wouldn't take his information seriously, He had that hot little blondie girlfriend, didn't he? She was gorgeous. She used to give talks, exposing them and all that, yeah. But Dolores Kane, no, I don't think that was it. Oh, no, see, they hit you with the Messiah complex. I was expecting that myself, Napoleon or God complex or voices in my head. Quite disappointing, really. Didn't experience any of that. Well, yeah, yeah. Ah, well, I think David Icke has always been controlled opposition. I think he's always been an establishment fop. Alan Watt used to say 99% you tell the truth, and the other 1% you just spin them off into space with aliens and lizards and all that, That's counterintelligence. And he was right, really. I think that's what David Icke is. Yeah. No, they hit you with a belief in aliens, so you really believe it, or you control opposition anyway, and that's the narrative, to discredit 99% of the truth that you are telling, and the 1% of the information is aliens, and it discredits everything else that's really true. You know, quite common tactic, isn't it? So I understand. Counterintelligence. Hey, Solo Dog. Wow. How's it going, man? Nice. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, we've been live for about 2 hours, 48 minutes. I was just giving it a try. So how did you get to know that I was live then? Did it come up? Because this is what I've been trying to work out with Yellow Swaggins. We've been trying to work out, how do people know I'm live? Do they know? Do they get a notification? How did you know I was live? Because I was wondering about sending a notification, like a text, an email or something, a message to like 3,000 subscribers all at once. And I don't think you can do that. You were on my subs page. Okay. So did you have to scroll down, or did it just pop up on the subs page? Oh, that's handy, isn't it? Well, Bar, you must have known I was live somehow. So maybe it popped up and went, oh, Patrick Lynch's Free Truth Show's live now or something. Yeah, you're showing live. Oh, cool, yeah. Oh, sweet. My neighbours must think I'm having a really long telephone conversation. Oh, shut up. Trying to sleep here. That's what, yeah. Nice. Well, Solo Dog must still have the notification turned on for your channel. Solo Dog, we're just trying to work out what the fuck to do here. I've never been live for this length of time, you know. So we're just wondering how everything works. You know what I mean? Because it's all brand new. Great to hear from you, man. Yeah, we're talking about old times here. We're talking about old times. Happy times. And I'm drinking gin and lemonade. Pink gin and lemonade. It's a big puffy faggot drink, but it's very nice. Someone left a bottle of gin here, so I'm happy to oblige in dispensing it. That's the puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh my dear God. Oh my Lord. Pink gin. So I've only done that much, so I'm not drunk. There we are. What have I done? That much. That's not much, is it? Is it? Don't know what the percentage is. One of them, yeah. It's one of them. Yeah. So apart from the old periodic nip out for a cigarette, I've been live for like 2 hours 51. Yeah. That's about the average Joe Rogan podcast, isn't it? Because I have been thinking about getting into comedy and doing stand-up. Oh, there is a 20-minute stand-up routine that I've put on YouTube. I don't know, you might want to listen to that if you're really bored someday, Bar. It's called Never Spoons. Never Spoons. Yeah. It should be on under my videos, fairly recent ones. Yeah. Rogan. Yeah. Oh, it's getting daylight out there, is it? Yeah. Oh, there we go. It is Solo Dog. It is the very same one. Isn't that amazing? That's why I'm saying it's a bit like the old days. Oh my god. Oh, I wonder why it got blurred then. Taking my glasses off. Couldn't figure out why it went all blurred then. I was like, oh yeah, I just took my glasses off. Yeah, well done, lads. Yeah, I know. Wow. Laugh out loud. Well done, lads. Laugh out loud. But you're not laughing out loud because I can't hear you. I will. There you go. That's... I do have some advice for him because I'm sure the intelligence service have been monitoring him for some time because of my athleticism, sorry, activism. Um, my advice, mate, is stop doing work too. You get aggressive. Yeah. Is it back now? Oh damn. Okay. Okay. Maybe my battery is low. Maybe the battery's low. Yeah. I'm rolling. Can I look like that? Oh no, 36%. That's all right. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I probably had my thumb over it. That's what happened last time. The the um the palm of my hand gets caught there. So I'll stop wriggling around anyway. There we are. Well, I think it's time to make another cigarette. I think go for a little cigarette. Well, as you can see, I'm still smoking Trooper. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Can you still hear me okay when the phone is like this? Yup. Yup. Was that the old yup? Yep. Okay. Oh, great. Okay. Here is the news, and welcome. This is the BBC News, and yeah, we're all a bunch of paedophiles, and we'll be back right after this break. Bye. Still smoking the old Golden Virginia. Ding, ding, ding. And it's real tobacco from Malta. I don't smoke fake tobacco because they spray it with fentanyl, which is really not good for the lungs. Yeah. Apparently most of the major gangs that deal tobacco in England spray the fake tobacco with fentanyl. So here's a tip. Don't go there. Don't buy your £5 packets of tobacco anymore. Even if they are £5, they taste like shit. It's not worth it. I have to have a lie down if I smoke a lot of fake tobacco. I literally have to lie down because my head is fucking done in. That's probably the fentanyl. Or fentanyl, whatever you want to call it. Damn. Damn, dog. Like a zombie apocalypse over in America, isn't it, with the fentanyl and all like that. On the side of the street, just standing there like that. Oh. It's like Michael Jackson's Thriller without the music. And the bath salts, yeah. That's not the same thing, is it? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was here for a while. You don't hear about it now. Maybe they called it something else. Never tried it myself. Some of these new toxic chemicals, man, I don't even want to go there. Some of the new toxic drugs I hear about, I wouldn't even have a snifter. Out of curiosity, like, damn. Damn, dog. (13 minutes past 5). Right. I'll be back very soon. I'll just go for a quick cigarette and I'll be back. 5 Minuten. I'll leave it with the pleasant bird song. Yo. Hey people, what's going on? Hey Solo Dog, remind me where you're from again, man. It's been years, I can't remember. Aren't you in America? Am I right? Flandria. Flandria? What the hell is Flandria? I don't know what that is. No, it's Golden Virginia. Golden Virginia straight tobacco. The good stuff, the best stuff. My grandfather smoked it, I smoke it. I think I don't know whether my father didn't know my father. Oh, tell you what, Bar, are you there? Yeah, just tobacco. Are you in America, Solo Dog? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Flanders? Oh no, Flandria. Yeah. Flandria. What the hell is Flandria? Solo Dog's in Scotland as well. Oh. Right on, man. Did we used to chat on live video? Oh, Belgian tobacco. Yeah, Flanders. Okay, got it. Oh, see? See? Damn, I'm good. I said Flanders, didn't I? That was supposed to be a joke. Yeah, how's life been treating you, man, anyway? Yeah, live video, that's right. Yeah. How's life been treating you, alright? Has life been kind to you? It hasn't been kind to most people. Oh, I know. Any sign of that storm yet, Bar? You got a big storm coming your way in Scotland, haven't you? Uh, um, okay, can't complain, you know. Yeah. Well, as regards to me, things have certainly improved in the last 6 months. I'll put it that. That's all I'm going to say. Well, before that, lost the house. Mum died, lost the house. Swindled out the house by the local council. Girlfriend died. Found myself without a home to live in. I had to stay with my friends, and I was even in a tent for a couple of weeks. And now I live in a hotel until I find somewhere bigger. Oh, and I moved to Spain when my mum died. I moved to Spain. I lived in Andalusia for about 3 years, and that was nice until somebody spiked my drink and my liver failed, nearly died. But then came back to England, met a woman, and fell in love and lived with her until she passed away last year. And yeah, so it's been up and down. It's been up and down for sure, to say the least. Hasn't been easy, but the last 6 months is this definite improvement. So I'm back on track now. I might even start getting the creative juices flowing again, singing on the guitar, writing a few songs. That'd be nice. I did hip hop open mic in Bournemouth Square. They had some guys, and you could get up on the mic and spit some bars. There's a new modern terminology goes. And it went down really well. It went down really well. They loved, because I still rap in the old style, because I'm an old hip hop MC. I was in a hip hop band. Um, it was it was new to the new generation, so it was really refreshing and interesting. And that went down really well, which is very encouraging because I've always written like poetry and social commentary rather than I got a big dick and you're my bitch and I got a big car, and a gun stuff. I always sang about. I always MC'd about stuff that was important, and always positive, always encouraging people to bring out the best in them and dangers of modern society and all that kind of stuff. Social commentary. So that was encouraging to hear that. Hear that applause, that respect, that feedback got really positive feedback. So I want to get back into it really, because it's pure poetry, isn't it? Hip hop. In 2014, I had blood clots in my lungs and almost died. And then a year later, the same thing. Shit, man. Damn. What do you think brought on that blood clots then? Too much smoking or something? Blood clots in your lungs, man. So you nearly died as well. 2014. Fuck. You're only a young guy as well, like. Damn. Runs in your family. Okay. Damn. Oh, I'm glad you made it, mate. Nice one. I take it you didn't take the vaccines, no? I'm guessing not. I'm on meds for life to stop it happening again. Ah, okay. Alright. The lungs, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's what they said to Jane, because she had lung cancer. And it would have been, oh no, they couldn't operate because she had lung cancer and she had part of her lungs removed already, so. Yeah, but I think if you have respiratory problems, mind you, I don't think they give a shit these days. Yeah, I mean, if you're having problems with lungs, the doctors shouldn't be. The doctors should be discouraging you from taking the vaccines, really. It's hard enough with all a bit of gin and tonic there, bit of pink gin and lemonade. There we go. Well, I might not be able to sleep, so I better have a little bit more, just to top it up there, just to make sure it conks me out when I do go lie down. You lost the phone then. Well, we're surviving, aren't we? Amazingly. I was in a COVID medical study because I never had the vaccine. Yeah, oh yeah, they're very interested in people who don't take the vaccine. It's the people who take the vaccine you got to worry about, They're the ones that shed and can spread it to people who haven't had the vaccine. That's the problem. They're shedders. Not a chance, mate. Nice one, Solo. Damn, dog. They needed people in the study who didn't ever have COVID or the vaccine as baseline statistics to compare to the rest of the population. Yeah, who did. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's conservative estimates is 250 million dead now from the COVID vaccine alone. And the boosters are the ones that finish you off. Damn, I wasn't going to speak my mind too much. I thought I'll go live. I won't alert the services that I'm becoming active again from my sleeper cell. No, I'm only kidding. But, I didn't want it to be quite so controversial straight away. I wanted to sort of ease into it. But hey, never mind. Yep, it's depopulation. They're killing everybody across the planet. Here's Bob with the weather. Lemonade. There we are. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly, old chap. Lovely jubbly. Crikey, I've nearly finished a whole bottle of lemonade. I'm pissing like a horse. Damn, dog. Damn, solo dog. They were like, you didn't get the vaccine, did you? And I'm like, nah. And they were like, you must be glad. And I asked them why I would be glad. Oh, really? Well, yeah. Even the doctors are waking up now. What do they say to that? Well, not really supposed to say, but kill you dead with a hammer. Mr. Liverpool. Lovely. I was playing dumb, and they were like, you must be glad. I asked them in their arms, etc. Yeah, I knew exactly why I'd be glad. Yeah, he just wanted to hear what they had to say. Yeah, I knew exactly why I'd be glad. I just wanted to hear what they had to say. Yeah, what did they say? What do you say, though? You know what I mean? Well, shouldn't really say, really, but it'll kill you dead on a hammer. Especially the boosters. Was anybody like, was either of you attacked because you were standing too close to anybody? Some guy threatened to knock me out in the garage. He was changing the coffee machine. That was his job, topping up the coffee machine. And he said, well, he ended up having a go at me, and because I was standing too close, called me a cunt and said he had me on camera. I said, well, I've got you on camera calling me a cunt. My girlfriend, who had lung cancer at the time, she had a special label to wear around her neck to say that she was exempt, right? That was the thing, you remember that? I used to borrow it when I used to go to Lidl's. If I had to go to the supermarket, I'd borrow it because I didn't want to wear a mask and all that. And she went into the bookies. Into Coral, and this woman started screaming at her. Irresponsible, screaming at her because so I'm exempt. I don't care. You should be wearing a mask, coming in here infecting other people. And a right go at her. I wasn't there, but my God. Oh, the PPE. That was the masks, wasn't it? Yeah. I know people who had blood clots too. Yeah. Blood clots from the vaccines. Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? Long, big fucking, like, ropey type stuff. They're like rope, man. I've seen the post-mortems of some of the coroners in America. You know, they're all getting together now. They're speaking out. This is what we're finding. What the fuck's going on? You know? Well, you put two and two together, wouldn't you? You know? You'd be like, something's altered in the environment. What could that be? Something new must be introduced into the environment for us to be getting all these dead bodies with making plugs in them, clots. Something must have changed in the environment. What could that be? What are people doing differently now than they were before? Can't quite see the connection. Well, they do now. They were afraid to speak out before, the American coroners, and the union got together and went, no, countrywide in America. Said, this is what we're finding. We believe it's this, and we believe it's a result of vaccines and and here's it was like rope, man. My bro worked at the PPE warehouse run by the NHS. He gave me a mask that had the NHS logo on it that only staff got. So when I was out and put it on, I looked like I worked in a hospital or something. Also made everyone really paranoid. He works in a hospital with all the COVID patients. Get away from me. Just reminds me of that scene in Schindler's List where the Jewish guy scratches his head and pretends he's got lice, so the guards stay away from him, you know? So the camp guards stay away from him. He's like, It was hard enough getting a bus anyway without cough. If you coughed at a bus stop, you know, or if you lit a cigarette, people would start coughing really loudly. Right? They didn't like the smoke. It was hard enough anyway, just getting a fucking bus. If you sneezed, you were paranoid. You know, if you were sitting on a bus, like they had one seat buses, you know, you couldn't sit together with anybody on a bus. It was just one per two seats. And if you sneezed, you'd have to look around in case anyone heard you sneezing and was worried, you know. So it was like some weird sci-fi film. It was like some weird science fiction film. And even now, I can't believe it happened. And that the public complied so easily. But, you know, as they say, there's nothing you can't get the public to do. Damn. To get into the care home to see my dad, I had to have a message from that system they had set up to register your COVID test kits. My God, yeah. Happened a lot, that, didn't it? People couldn't go to funerals or... And I just saved my own phone number in my own phone with the same name as that system so I could text myself with a copy and pasted message saying that my test was clear. Perfect. That's the way. I would just show them that when I entered. Looked like it came from the NHS. Yeah. A few doctors got done for issuing fake vaccination passports, you know. In America, you needed a slip of paper to prove that you've been vaccinated, you know. And doctors were handing them out, even though people hadn't been vaccinated, which I think is brilliant. Good. But a few got done for it, you know. But they need a medal, really. You know. What would you do? Either risk your job or keep your job and fake it for people. Nice compromise. Just making sure I'm scrolled up there. Oh, we've been live for 3 hours and 26 seconds. 3 hours, 26 minutes and 34 seconds. 3 hours, 26. That's not bad. Not bad for a press time. If I press that short button again, would it make a short? A 49-second short was uploaded to your channel. Right, so I've just pressed that button and it made a 49-second short. So it's going to be random, isn't it? God knows which bit they're going to choose. I'll monitor it. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know why they've got no television in Afghanistan? Because of the Taliban. There's this Eskimo. There's this Eskimo, and he's cutting a hole in the ice, you know. And he hears this voice, this big booming voice. There are no fish here. There are no fish here. So he picks up his tools and moves along, starts cutting another hole in the ice. Here's this voice again. There are no fish here. There are no fish here. Picks up his tools, starts moving to the next area, gets this little tap on the shoulder. He says, do you not hear me? There are no fish here. He said, what do you mean? I'm an Eskimo. I know what I'm doing. He said, this is a fucking ice rink, mate. This is an ice rink. Now fucking do one. No, needs a bit of work. What do you call a black cab driver? A cab driver, you racist. Damn. Any sign of that storm yet, Bar? Yeah, he was in the ice rink because of global warming. Well, no. Oh, I see, yes. You're being funny. Oh, sorry. No sign of that storm yet, Bar, no? In Scotland. The Scottish storm. Storm Floris. Father Love, welcome. Father Love, welcome. I don't know how long you've been there, but maybe you've been there the whole time. Or if not, welcome back. Father Love, Father Love. That rings a bell, actually. He wasn't on live video as well, were you? Well, hang on. Might well have been on live video. Used to troll me. Oh, well, thanks very much. But in a nice way. Father 13. No, I don't remember Father 13. No. Crazy Father 13. No. Mind you, it did ring a bell. It did ring a bell, but I don't remember. We met quite a few people on there, so sorry if I used to troll me. Well, that's not very nice, is it? I hope you had fun. That's all I can say. I hope we had a bit of a laugh about it. So I generally didn't pay much attention to it anyway. If anyone trolled me, say, all right, carry on. Don't troll me now. This is just my first live show. If you say anything offensive, I'm not going to bite. I will not bite. I won't bite. You'd be wasting your time. Unless you've got a brain the size of a planet, forget it. Yeah, it is about 20 years, man. No, it was in good fun. Yeah, good, yeah. I would have remembered it if it was nasty. Yeah, 20 years ago. Whew. On LV. Yeah, LV. What, Liverpool Victoria? It's meant to come at 10 a.m. Yeah, big storm at 10 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m. Ages ago, almost 20 years. Yeah, man. Good times. Good laugh. Reminds me of being at home, actually. Happy times. Talking to all them Americans and Canadians and Australians. It's a good laugh. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up soon, Barbara. I'm going to wrap up in the next 5 minutes. I've got to go to bed at some time. Gosh, like the old days, isn't it? Up late, pissed up, smoking cigarettes. What do you reckon then, Bar? Shall I do this again? What do you reckon, Solo? Shall I do this again sometime? Make it a regular thing. But I'd like to focus on sort of doing more sort of humorous content stuff, you know? Because I'm always writing little comedy sketches and stuff, you know? I did like a 20-minute stand-up audio routine and put that on YouTube. It's called Never Spoons. Never Spoons, because they've never got any spoons. Only if you order something, give you plastic spoons, be wooden spoons, be a coffee. It's disgusting. Coated in some weird chemical that makes it taste nasty. So you have to bring your own spoon to Never Spoons. But if you want to look it up, it's on YouTube. Never Spoons. Should be in my videos. Yeah, should be under the live section actually. So I was thinking about making a bit of comedy, a few comedy sketches, tell a couple of silly jokes, and maybe get a few shorts out of it and try a few ideas. Had an idea for the faggot bar the other day. To bring back faggots, brains faggots, so tasty. We should try them years ago. And it'd be like a faggot restaurant where you come in and you have different recipes for faggots and stuff, like cheesy faggots, and we call it the faggot bar. And pink decor. Gotta love those faggots, especially in thick brown gravy. Oh my God, no! Oh, see, I've gone too far. Gone too far, haven't I? Yeah. That's the gin. Pink gin. What else? You big faggot. Well. Oh, Bar invited you 5 minutes ago. Oh, brilliant. Nice one. Oh, nice one. Yeah, swing it around, Bar. Let them all know Paddy's back in town. Yeah, it's a bit like entertaining, really. I quite like it. It's like having a few friends around for dinner. Hello, people dropping in. Quick shufty. And then, boom. No, thanks for popping around. Nice. Oh, yeah. I was going to do Prince Charles then, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yeah, because I started doing a few impressions. The last talk I gave, one of the last talks, it was in Portsmouth. It was called Chemtrails and the New World Order. And it was a serious talk. But I discovered that people would listen more if I just made a bit of a joke now and again. sort of lighten the mood. You know what I mean? Because it was heavy shit. And, you know, morally speaking, should you talk about heavy shit and tell a few jokes? You see? Are you detracting from the serious content? Yes. But I couldn't help myself. But it worked. You know? It worked. So I ended up doing impressions of Prince Philip and stuff, and because he'd just been in hospital recently, you know, and heavy metals and heavy shit. I keep calling him Prince Charles, even though he's the king. Yeah, I've just done that. Yeah, I've done that. No, yeah, you see, as an Irishman, you don't recognise your king anyway, you see. So it's just not in my nature. It's just habit, you know, habit. So he's no fucking king of mine. Shield's no fucking king of mine. I don't care how fucking long I've been here. I was born there, I'll fucking die there. He's no king of mine. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I do like Prince Philip, Bill Gates. Now the world is heading up to about 8.5 billion. Now if we do a really good job on vaccines, reproductive health care, we could lower that by maybe 10 or 15%. I'm an evil munchkin. Fuck you. You know. And things like that I'll be doing. And Prince Philip, he just came out of hospital at some operation or something, you know. And I said, Prince Philip, I said, in the pub, people paid to get in and hear me talk, you know, it was great. Great. Good turnout. I said, Prince Philip. I said, he came out of hospital recently, alive. You know. I used to end up doing like David Attenborough and stuff, you know. Crazy. So, you know, and I got a laugh. It was a bit like doing stand-up. I really enjoyed it. But then I became too focused on the personality, my personality, and being funny. And I started to do it more. And it became more important to me to entertain people than to get the message across that they were under attack, you know, and let's do something about it. And life changed anyway, so I didn't carry on down that road, you know, but at least I was consciously thinking about it, making that mistake, detracting from the important content, you know. At least I was consciously considering it. But I'd like to do a bit more fun stuff, you know. And I was always searching for a chink in the New World Order, a chink in their armour. And I discovered it. It's humour. People's guard is down if they believe they're there to be entertained. If the public believe they're there to be entertained solely, then their guard is down, their firewall is down, and they're not on guard. And it's easier to get a message across to people if it's funny. That's the chink in the armour, because that's what that's what comedy is used for on the television, live vision. That's what comedy's for. That's what it's always been for, entertainment. It's never been about entertainment. It's always been about manipulating the public's opinion, and for each generation, you know. So why not use their shit against them? Pick up their bullets and throw it back at them. And on that note, I bid you farewell. It's good night for me, and, well, there's nobody else here. James Gwyn MacDonough is my gypsy bare knuckle biting king. I'm sure he is. Well, Thank you to YOLO Swaggins and Solo Dog and Father Beams. And I'll do this again, and hopefully you'll get word somehow. I'll do it in the next couple of days. Nice one, guys. Take it easy now. Once I've worked out how to stop it, I'll be off. Toodle pip.